Hey, it's me. How are ya? Well, it's Wednesday, May the 17th, 2017. 1717. Wow, that means something. Let's find out more. Today's word is wasted. Wasted. I was having a conversation with my brother, Tim, last night. Hey, brother, if you're watching, good to see you, buddy. In the spa, by the beach side, or working. He's normally working. He doesn't waste anything. Old brother Tim, he does not waste nothing, man. He's like God. God doesn't waste anything. God's not a waster. God, even though I have family members that have wasted things, and even though we're going to talk about that today for the next few minutes about wasted, what it means, and how we can move forward in the Lord. Really, for those who love God or called according to His purpose, yes, we'll suffer the consequences of wasted choices. We'll suffer the consequences of illness and sickness and betrayal, and we will have to pay. Yeah, you're gonna pay, brother. You're gonna pay. Yeah, that's true. We will pay. But it's amazing. Look at Job. Job, everything Job had earned and been given, and all the blessings, all wasted, gone, history. Hasta la vista. No hasta la vista for you, baby. Maybe the chopper. Go to the chopper. So maybe they'll have the chopper for Arnold, but for us, we may not have that. But guess what? It's a perfect word for my life, because so much has been wasted. What it teaches me, though, is that I feel much more relaxed. I can hear my family in the background. They're throwing tomatoes and eggs, and yeah, right. Be a liar. You're a liar. You're not relaxed. Well, they don't see it, but I see it, because I've been in my skin for 60 years now, nigh on 60 years. So I see that I may get excited now, but the fuse to light off my excitement is a much longer fuse. It takes me a lot longer to get upset than it did years ago. And there are some hot button issues that, of course, I'm very delicate and sensitive to. So, you know, if you want to take my baseball card collection, all right, que sera, sera. But if you tell me I can't water, you're not gonna water nothing. We're zipping it off, Betty boy. I mean, those are fighting words to me. I will do anything to be able to water. I mean, that whole concrete pad I just put in, the whole thing was put in at an angle so that when I water, when I spray, it'll go away real quickly. It'll just run right off. And that's the deal there, so that it will just run right off. Now, the thing is that, so the oddest thing, there's a high patrol gal back there, and she tucked herself way back in there behind the K-rail. I'm thinking, how does she get out? She's back there, she's very safe and all, but I don't see how she's going to get out of there. I'm looking for the escape hatch there. I don't see any escape. I don't see any escape. She must have gotten in. I don't know. There must be a way to back in. I don't know. I didn't see it. All right. They're taking away a whole mountainside here, one bucket load at a time. They're totally. The mountain used to come forth about maybe 20, 30 yards, and they've totally like sucked the mountainside back up. You know, you remember back in the old days, they would just build over mountains. They wouldn't try to suck them away. Now, people, we're going to take the whole mountain away. We're not going to waste anything here. We're going to... So Jesus will multiply. I thought I was doing pretty good about 10 years ago, and then we saw the movie WALL-E, and from that point on, Talk about your bad news bears. Talk about your Captain Poopy Pants or whatever it is the guy is. I mean, we're talking very, 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 very difficult. Really, losing the Casa del Green is probably the final straw I can see. I mean, you can always tie other things in. Like I had that errant renter, and he ripped off the camera. I had a beautiful sunset cam. It was on top of the roof, and I could keep an eye on Amy Grace as she was up there on top of the roof, and I could see her friends, and I could watch the sunset. I could tune into my Casa del Green channel, and I would see the sunset. Beautiful pictures. And all those people who said, "Why are you not taking pictures?" I'm glad I didn't waste a moment. I took as many pictures as I could, because those pictures are now part of infamy, and we'll have those pictures for a good long time going forward. So that's a good thing that we have those pictures. Now, how God multiplies back, how God makes sure that we aren't going to lose in the long run is a famous, amazing story. In fact, it's billions and billions of stories. Every human being from time immortal has had the blessing of the opportunity to be with Jesus. Now, if you waste your lifetime on fleshly desires, on being mean, on being nasty, on I'm going to get my pound of flesh, I mean, well, Adolf Hitler said you were a bad person. So guess what? That makes you one bad hombre. You're a bad hombre. Because Hitler said so. And you know, if Hitler said it, well, big deal. If evil people speak badly of you, oh well. I mean, that doesn't make it true. You know, if you have an enemy and the enemy says bad things about you, it doesn't make it true. Now, if you live it out, you know, if you start becoming evil yourself, and what is evil? The devil comes to, what is he going to come to do? Let me tell you, what's the first thing? Yeah, that's right, to steal. The devil's there to take. Where'd my beanie go? The devil took it. Okay? To kill and to destroy. War is a horrible, horrible thing. People come in to steal, kill, and destroy. It's very, very, very sad how the world, we try to get away from war, but you got people who are, have you heard the latest thing? Now we can't have laptops, like I'm flying every day. We can't have laptops on the plane because terrorists are figuring out how to make a bomb out of a laptop. Doesn't seem really that difficult, but right now they're catching up to it. I guess they're figuring out how they're going to do it. So, it seems like they have to have some kind of detector that you can put it through, and if there's any sort of bomb or bomb-making activity or anything looks at all weird, you know, that they can tell. But to steal, kill, and destroy. That's the devil's mission. The devil wants to waste everything. The devil's trying to waste our time, waste our money, waste relationships. Look at all the divorces that are going on. Why are people getting in a divorce every other year? I mean, you heard the joke, the old lady said, I've been married for 60 years. And then the other lady said, to the same man? And, you know, it was just like, really amazing, crazy. And that really was something to be said because of the fact that some kind of weird sound here all of a sudden. I'm kind of... Oh, I know what it is. It's the tape up on top of the car and it's flapping. That's what it is. I heard like a little buzz, like a... You probably hear it too. That's the tape on top of the car that's coming loose. I have my sunroof. I don't really want a sunroof, but I got one. And when I put all that lumber and wood and metal and beds and couches and washing machines and dishwashers, I put them all on top of the car. it isn't good for a sunroof. So, well, this person behind me is really, they're not going to waste any time. They got like no space. They just want to just ride my little tail. I'm going nigh on 70 here, so today's word is nigh. I've used it like 5 times now. There he goes. And there's another joker. He's trying to get over too. I don't understand. I mean, it's just crazy. Now there's a big bus in front of me, so I've got a good excuse to slow down here. Big bus in front of me. Well, the Holy Spirit will take care of everything. If you don't believe it, ask me. One time my grandmother, Jean is the second of 4 children born to Savita, and she came to America about 1903. And Savita, it was Jean I was talking about, the daughter. So Jean, one time she went on and on about the Serbian people and how wonderful and how gracious and how loving, how kind, and you come to their house, they're going to feed you. And it's funny because I do that now. People come to my house, I'm on the griddle, I'm cooking food, I'm serving, I pull out all the leftovers, I pull out the new overs, I pull out everything, I put all the stuff, I make sure that they go home with lots of love. And that's the Serbian way. So when my grandmother finished her speech, she said, and if you don't believe it, you can just ask me. It's like, oh yeah, right. That's a convincing, you know, it'd be like the burglar who's at the, and if you don't believe everything I'm telling you, then you can ask me. I mean, what kind of endorsement is that? But in this case, it's really true that if you don't believe that God is good, then ask me. Because I have lost everything. At this point, even my kids are far away because I'm far away and I'm building. I've gone away into a faraway place to build a new world, and I'm trying to get, once I'm all out of Casa del Green, then I'll be able to have my kids over. And I was just talking with Mama about it, and I'm going to take them to Costco with me, and we're going to get goodies, and they're going to have lots of clothing. So we're going to be, my son's going to love all the clothes, because my kid's mom, she said that my son, he doesn't fit into any of his clothes. He's as big as I am now. And I'm thinking, wow, hope he doesn't get bigger than me, because I'll be really stuck. Although my pants are always real big because I got big legs. So I don't waste a thing. And that's a good point, is that Casa del Green, I have every shirt, every pair of pants, every belt, every tie. I've never given away any clothing really to speak of, because clothing is something that I know I have a son, and I know that I am not always going to be dressed in my Casa del Green shirt. By the way, this shirt, can you take a closer look at it there? This shirt, this is like the nicest shirt I've had on in days. There's no holes in the shoulders. But guess what? This was a throwaway shirt. This is the shirt that I thought, it's too old and icky for me. And now I'm looking at it going, wow, so the sleeves are a little ratty. That's okay, but there's no holes in the shoulders. And look at a nice shirt it is. One time I used to teach school years ago and talk about not wasting. And what I would do is I take I've always loved these Eddie Bauer mock turtleneck shirts. I've always loved them. Loved them, loved them, loved them. So, but when they got a little faded in one little spot, or the black wasn't quite black enough, I used to wash my shirts in woolite. I was so careful. And I would say, oh, that shirt's no good. Well, I took about 20 shirts, and my sleeves are really long because I'm a tall guy, and I cut the sleeves off. Well, I packed those shirts up, and then later on, you know, this is like 10 years later, I went and I found them, and I thought, oh, man, these shirts look beautiful. It's just a matter of, you know, perspective. Well, my director's telling me I'm out of time. You can call me at 213-713-8954, 8954 greenatt.net, on the Twitter at Mr. Bob at BobBob8954, and of course you're watching Bob's Daily Devo on YouTube. I want to make a special editor's note that if you just accepted Jesus today, get to that Bible-believing church. I'm talking to other people about Jesus, and I'm going to have a nice time with my brother today. I'll fit him in somehow, some way. I'm going to get over there and see my brother, Mr. T. So, God bless you. Till tomorrow. I may do one more segment on this law subject, but we'll see. God bless.